Hello everyone, my name is Umama Naeem Khan and I am your physics teacher. I am here to discuss with you the solutions of GTSC paper slot 2. In case you have not attempted the GTSC paper yet, you can attempt it in the next slot. The link is given in the description. There is one more thing that I need to remind you of, and that is we are having a workshop on Monday. Do not forget to attend it. Let us begin our discussion of the paper with the physics section. On your screen is the first question, which is, which of the following time distance graph shows a truck moving with a speed which is not constant? First thing that you have to understand from not constant means that the speed of this body is changing. Okay? Looking at the graphs that are being given to us, we have the options on the screen. Okay. The first graph that is given to you is a graph that is parallel to the time axis. If a graph is parallel to the time axis, that means time is increasing, but the distance is not increasing. That means the body is at rest. So this option is wrong. Then option B. Distance versus time graph is given to you. Distance and time both are increasing, but the ratio in which both are increasing is not same. As you can see, this is a curved graph. This is not a straight line. So the answer to this question is B. Let us discuss option C and D as well. Here in the option C, the graph that is given to us is a straight line. If you will try to find the slope of this graph, you will find the distance and time are increasing in the same ratio. And if the distance and time are increasing in the same ratio, then we know that velocity is equal to distance upon time. And if the ratio in which they are increasing is same, then the velocity is going to be constant. So this is wrong. Moving on to the next graph, here also, as you can see, it is a straight line. That means the velocity is not changing. And in the question, we are being asked when the velocity is changing. So the answer to this question is option B. Moving on to the next question. The question is asking us about what is true about the laws of reflection. Okay. First, what is reflection? If there is a plane, mirror or something which is very shiny, a light ray when incident here will reflect from here, and the angle of incidence will be equal to the angle of reflection. Now let us see the options that are being given to us. The angle made by the incident ray is same as the angle made by the reflected ray. Yes, this is right. As now, just now I have told you, the angle of incidence will be equal to angle of reflection. But we can, just for our knowledge, we can go through the rest of the options as well, which says option B is the angle made by the incident ray is twice the angle made by the reflected ray. As we can see, this is not possible. So this option is wrong. Option C, the incident ray normal at the point of incidence and the reflected ray all lie in the same plane. Yes, this is also right. So the answer to this question is both A and C, that is D. Okay, that the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. At the same time, this is the point of incident. The incident ray, the reflected ray and the normal, all of them lie in the same plane. Moving on to our next question. When the switch is in the off position, there is a circuit given to us. If the switch is in the off position, switch is off, there is no current flowing through the circuit. Option A is saying, there are 4 points that are being given to you. You have to tell that the combination of correct answers. You have to tell which of the following statements are correct. Option 1 says, the circuit starting from the positive terminal of the cell stops at the switch. See, there is nothing like starting and stopping. If the circuit is not complete, this is the battery supposingly you have attached. Okay, there is this switch ka position. There is bulb here and this is the switch that is open. Okay, If the switch is open, the circuit starting from positive terminal stops at the switch. This is not right. There is nothing like stopping and starting. If the circuit is not complete, no current is going to flow. Okay. The circuit is open. Yes, as I have told you that when the switch is in the off position, when it is in the off position, the circuit is open. As you can see here, the circuit is not closed since the switch is in the open position. This is the switch and it is in the open position. Okay. So statement 2 is correct. Then no current flows through the circuit. This is also right since the circuit is in the open condition, the switch is open, the circuit is not closed, no current is going to flow through the circuit. Let us see the fourth point. The current flows after some time. There is nothing like that. If the switch is open, no current is going to flow as long as the switch is open, no matter for how long we are talking about. If the switch is open, no current is going to flow. So only option 2 and 3 are correct, which is option B. So the answer to this question, the right answer to this question is option B. Moving on to our next question. Cold winds blow from polar regions towards the equator. Yes, this is right. But they also move partially towards the west. Which of the following causes this? Okay. See, if this is Earth, this is equator. We know that Earth rotates from east to west. We know this. Okay. The polar winds. Suppose this is one pole, this is another pole. I'm talking about suppose the south pole. The wind is going to come to equator. Why? Because equator, there is the low pressure region. This region is the low pressure region. The air is hotter, so the region is low pressure region. So the air from the pole which is at the high pressure are going to come towards equator. This is given in the question. But they are going to bend towards west. Why? Because of the rotation of Earth. Since Earth rotates in this direction, the wind is going to rotate towards the west. So the answer to this question is option B. Because of the rotation of Earth, the wind is going to move towards west direction. Okay. Coming on to the next question. The question says, when the temperature increases, density of the substance, you have to comment on it. But before that, do you know what is the relation between temperature density? Let us see. Density is equal to mass upon volume. Okay. The question is talking about temperature. See, if there is some liquid in this container and if we are heating it, we are increasing the temperature. The liquid is going, the molecules of the liquid are going to go away from each other, and if they will go away from each other, they are going to occupy more space. Okay, more space. Like if we heat the air, the molecules are going to move away from each other, and that air, the entire envelope of air is going to occupy more space because of the expansion, and this expansion is occurring because of temperature increase. Okay, so that means this expansion will lead to increase in the volume, and if the volume is increasing, then according to this fraction, the denominator is increasing. If the denominator is increasing, the overall value of this fraction will be very less. That means the density is going to reduce. The density is going to decrease. Because of the increase in temperature, the molecules are going to move away from each other, occupying more volume. And if the volume is more, then definitely the density is going to reduce. The density is going to decrease. The answer to this question is option A. Moving on to our next question. The question says that 1300 joules of heat is supplied to raise the temperature of 0.5 kilograms of lead from 20 degrees to 40 degrees. The specific heat capacity of lead we have to find out. We know that Q is equal to MC delta T, or delta Q is equal to MC delta T. What does Q stands for? Q is the heat supplied to the body. M is the mass. This is the heat. M is the mass. And delta T is the change in temperature. Change in temperature. They are asking you what is the specific heat capacity. Specific heat capacity is denoted by small c. So if I want to find the value of small c, what I can do here is delta Q is equal to mc delta T. Then keeping c on one side, we will get delta Q upon m delta T. Now we will put the respective values that are given in the question. Delta Q or Q is the heat. In the question it is given as 1300 joules. Mass of the body in the question is given as 0.5 kilogram. 0.5 kilogram, and delta T is change in temperature, not temperature, it is change in temperature. So the question says the temperature is changing from 20 to 40, from 20 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. So what is the change? 40 minus 20. 40 minus 20 gives you 20. The change in temperature is of 20 degrees Celsius. Okay. If we will calculate this, I am writing over here. Here I am calculating this. 1300 upon 0.5 can be written as 5 if we are adding one more 0 in the numerator into 20. On cancelling this 0 and this 0, 2, this is 6, 5, 0, 5, this becomes 130. So the answer is 130 joules per kilogram per degree Celsius. Okay. So the answer to this question is option B. So now we will move on to our next section, that is chemistry.
Hello students, welcome to GoPrep. We are here to discuss the chemistry section of GTSE. So now let's discuss. The very first question is right in front of you, that in the following question, the assertion and the reason have been put forward. Read both the statements very carefully and choose the correct alternative from the following. So the assertion is anthrax is a fatal blood disease called Salter's disease. Reason, it is irreversible change which occur into the blood cell of the Salter mainly caused by water pollution. See students, the assertion is correct. The anthral disease which occurs, Salter's disease is the another name of anthrax basically. So that is assertion is correct, okay. But it is caused by the bacteria, that is Bacillus anthracis. So anthrax was called wool Salter's disease initially, and because individuals, the persons who sorted wool of infected animals contracted the disease. So the reason is not correct, but the assertion is correct. So which option is the correct one? The option C will be the correct. That assertion is true, but reason is not. Now let's move to the next question. The question is, which among the following is the use of bleaching powder? Now let's see. We have 4 options in front of us, right? Now see, very first is disinfectant in water treatment. Yes students, bleaching powder is used to purify the water, right? So the very first is the correct one. Decolorizing agent, yes, in the textile industry it is used, and also in the wood industry, right? It is used to decolorize the wood pulp, okay? And the next one, remove stains from the clothes. Yes, in the textile industries also it is used to remove stains from the clothes. So all the options are correct. So the correct answer is option D. Now let's see the next question. From which part of yak wool is obtained? Now dear students, we have to tell that from which part the yak wool is obtained. Okay. So wool is obtained basically from the hair, or we call it fleece, right? Wool is generated over the hair of the yak. So what is the correct answer? That is fleece. We also call it, hairs. Wool is in the form of hairs over the skin of yak. So we call it fleece. Correct option is option D. Now identify the changes in these 2 images, right? One is baking of chapati, the very first is baking of chapati, and another is the rolling of chapati. right? So, you see students, physical changes are those changes where no new substance is formed, just the state is changed, right? And the chemical changes are those changes where new substance is formed and now we cannot turn it back. The process once followed, now we cannot turn it back. Now just imagine, once the chapati has been baked, can you revert this process? No, we cannot revert this process. So this is a chemical change. But rolling of chapati, if you have rolled the chapati once, you can again distort its shape and you can again get the former shape. So this is your physical change, right? So the correct answer is that image first is chemical change and the image second is the physical change. Now let's see the next one. Acid lose their acidity when combined with, means when acid loses their properties. This is not the correct answer, students. When acid will react with the stronger acid, they will not lose its acidity property. Not also with the reaction with hydrogen. No. Not also with the reaction of hydrochloric acid. But acid will lose their property, that is acidity, when they will combine with the base, or we also call them alkali, right? So alkalis are nothing but the base. Okay, so this is very a general reaction, that is we call neutralization reaction. Okay, when acid reacts with the alkali, okay, so they changes their acidity. So the correct answer is alkalis, right? Now next question, in galvanization, thin layer of which is coated? In galvanization, the thin layer of zinc is coated over the metal to protect the metal from rusting. Else the metal will got rusted. To prevent the process, to prevent the metal to get rusted, we use the layer of zinc. So the correct answer is option B. Now, which quality of wool do the Marwari sheep have? We have 4 options in front of us, students. We have to tell that what is the property, what is the quality of wool Marwari sheep have. So the quality of wool Marwari sheep possess is coarse wool, right? They are found in Gujarat. So carpet wool is basically obtained from the Nali sheep. They are present, they are found in Rajasthan, Haryana or Punjab. And also brown fleece is obtained from the Rampur Bushehr sheep, which are found in the Uttar Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh. So what is the correct answer for this case, students? That option C is, that is coarse wool is the correct answer. Now this was the chemistry part, students. Now let's discuss the biology section.
Hey guys, I hope you people have had amazing test and yes, you have had amazing discussions as well. So beta chalo jaldi se let's try to understand and discuss questions for biology, right? So which of the following organism has autotrophic mode of nutrition? Autotrophic का क्या मतलब होता है बेटा? Simple substances को लेके complex sentences बना, sorry, simple materials को लेके complex material बना पाना. That is the meaning of that is the meaning of autotrophic nutrition, right बेटा? तो देखते हैं क्या ऑप्शन है हमारे सामने. ईस्ट, फंजाई, एल्गी एंड मशरूम्स. ना बेटा आपको पता है ईस्ट एक फंजाई ही है, मशरूम भी एक फंजाई है, बट एल्गी, बेटा एल्गी के पास क्लोरोफिल होता है और इस क्लोरोफिल की वजह से वो अपना खाना यानी फूड, कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स खुद बना सकते हैं. सो दे आर ऑटोट्रॉफिक. ग्रीन कलर इन प्लांट्स इज ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ. ना आपको पता है जब भी कलर की बात होती है तो इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ पिगमेंट्स. सो बेटा हीमोग्लोबिन इज अ पिगमेंट इन द ब्लड जो ब्लड को रेड बनाता है. क्लोरोफिल बेटा प्लांट्स में होता है जो प्लांट्स को ग्रीन बनाता है. द करेक्ट आंसर इज क्लोरोफिल. What role does the insect play in the insectivorous plant? Now ये I hope आपके लिए थोड़ा easy रहा होगा क्योंकि बेटा हम पढ़ते हैं कि जो इंसेक्टिवोरस प्लांट है ऐसा नहीं है उनके पास क्लोरोफिल नहीं है, दे ऑल्सो हैव क्लोरोफिल, बट जनरली वो ऐसे सॉइल में ग्रो कर रहे होते हैं जहां नाइट्रोजन नहीं होता सॉइल में उतना, लाइक मार्शी सॉइल्स। तो वैसे जगह पे उनको नाइट्रोजन तो चाहिए, सो दे ईट इंसेक्ट्स ताकि उनके प्रोटीन्स को तोड़ कर वो अपना नाइट्रोजन निकाल सकें। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। The green slimy patches found near the pond or in the stagnant water are formed by the growth of an organism called, the green patches है मतलब it has to be a photosynthetic organism, organism क्योंकि वो ग्रो भी करता है ना, तो it will be algae बेटा, algae के कारण वो ग्रोथ होती है। और इसी वजह से क्योंकि algae बेटा फोटोसिंथेसिस भी करेंगे बट रेस्पिरेशन भी करेंगे, ऑक्सीजन कंज्यूम भी करेंगे, और इसके कारण ही उनका जो ऑक्सीजन है वाटर बॉडीज का वो बहुत कम हो जाता है, एंड दैट लीड्स टू अ प्रॉब्लम कॉल्ड यूट्रोफिकेशन, यानी पानी का वाटर कंटेंट घट जाए। ओके, pancreatic juice acts on which of the following substances to change it into a simple substances? तो बेटा पेनक्रियाटिक जूस जो एंजाइम देता है वो फैट, कार्बोहाइड्रेट और प्रोटीन सभी को डाइजेस्ट कर सकता है, राइट? सो करेक्ट आंसर इज बेटा ऑल ऑफ दीज, ये सब को डाइजेस्ट करने के एंजाइम्स आपके पेनक्रियास से रिलीज होते हैं। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट अबाउट एमीबा इज नॉट ट्रू, यानी बाकी सारे ट्रू होंगे, सिर्फ एक गलत होगा। इट इज अ सिंगल सेल ऑर्गेनिज्म फाउंड इन पॉन्ड, सही है। इट हैज अ सेल मेम्ब्रेन, डेंस न्यूक्लियस, स्मॉल बबल लाइक वैक्यूल, दिस इज आल्सो करेक्ट। एमीबा नेवर चेंजेस शेप, बेटा ये गलत है। आपको पता है एमीबा मूव भी कैसे करता है बेटा, बिकॉज ऑफ डायापीडीसिस, है ना, वो अपने फॉल्स फीट स्यूडोपोडिया को बना के किसी भी डायरेक्शन में मूव कर सकता है। तो बेटा सी इज अ रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट, सी स्टेटमेंट गलत था। Which of the following statements is true for fragmentation बेटा? अब फ्रेगमेंटेशन क्या है? एक एल्गा होगा, इस एल्गा जिसकी हम बात कर रहे हैं उसको कहते हैं स्पाइरोगायरा। ना बेटा स्पाइरोगायरा जो है वो ऐसे फिलामेंट्स के फॉर्म में अरेंज होता है, बट यहाँ पे इसके वीक पॉइंट्स होते हैं। तो जब ये वेव्स से टकराता है या शोर्स से टकराता है तो ऑफ्टन यहाँ से ब्रेक हो जाता है, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ that it gives rise to fragments which can then later on give rise to new algal filaments itself. So it breaks into filaments which grows into new individuals. So the correct answer would be D. ठीक है, so guys ये questions आपके बायो के थे। Now अब आपके मैथ्स की टीचर he is gonna talk about the questions from mathematics. Okay,
welcome to the math section. Acid and water are mixed in the ratio 2:9. Find the quantity of acid. So guys, so 2x plus 9x, we take it as 2x and 9x is equal to 66. So 11x is equal to 66. So x is equal to 6, right? So 2x is the amount of acid. So this will be 2 into 6. That is equal to 12. Let's look at this. Yes, A is the right answer, 12 liters. Yeah. When a plot of land is 18, the owner loses 15%. So let's say the CPBX. Let CPBX. So x minus 15% of x is given as 18,700, right? When you will try to solve this out, you get 85x is equal to 85x upon 100 is equal to 18,700. When we will solve this, we'll get x is equal to 22,000. Right, so this will be our CP. Now we have to find out the SP in order to gain 15%. So 22,000 plus 15% of 22,000. When we will solve this, we will get 25,300. Please check it out. C is the right answer. Let's move ahead. What is the probability of drawing prime numbers when a dice is thrown, right? A die is thrown. So what are the prime numbers in a die? 2, 3 and 5, right? So how many numbers are total number on the die is 6. So 3 upon 6, that is 3 numbers, 3 prime numbers, 3 upon 6 is equal to 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 will be our answer. B is the right answer. Let's move ahead. So if the mode of this, so mode is the number which is largest occurring number, which is occurring the most number of times. So 2 is occurring 1, 2, 3 times. Here 3 times. 2 is occurring 3 times. And 3 is also occurring 1, 2 and 3 times, right? So 3 is also occurring 3 times. But it is given that the mode is 2, okay? When we have another number, it is 2. The mode is 2. That means 2 must occur one more time than 3. So this x must be 2 in order to occur 4 times. So therefore, the value of x is 2. Because the mode is given as 2. Out of the following graph, you have to find out how much Zeri scored more than Harry. So Zeri's score is 350 and Harry's score is 300. So 350 minus 300 is 50. Got it? A is the right answer. Find the fraction equivalent of 6 by 7. So anything should be multiplied by both of this. Will give us what? Let's check. 12 by 7, no, 6 is multiplied by 2. 24 by 28, let's check. So 6 into 4 upon 7 into 4 is same as 24 upon 28. So yes, that is our answer. Let's move ahead. So we have to find the value of this. So this looks as a plus b whole square. And this is a minus b whole square. This looks as a plus b into a minus b. So let it be clear, let a square plus b square plus 2ab minus of a square plus b square minus 2ab, and this is a square minus b square, right? This identities, we are using identities here. So now if you cancel a square plus b square plus 2ab minus a square minus b square plus 2ab plus a square minus b square, right? So I'll cancel this, I'll cancel this, I'll cancel this. This will become 4ab plus a square minus b square. Now if we will check, 4 into what was a is x, b is 1 upon x, right? So x into 1 upon x plus of x square minus 1 upon x square. So this cancel, this is 4 plus x square minus 1 upon x square, right? So what is our correct answer? D is our correct answer. Okay, let's move ahead. So if the sides of a triangle are this, this and this, then the perimeter. So we have to convert this mixed fraction into proper fractions, improper fractions. So this will be 7 upon 3 and we have to add because the perimeter of the triangle is being asked. This will be 4 upon 3 and this is 1 upon 3. So 3 is same, 3 is in the denominator and this will be 12. So this will become 4. Yes, 4 centimeters is the answer. C is the answer. Let's move ahead. The difference of the additive inverse of minus 7. So additive inverse of minus 7 is 7. Additive inverse is just the negative of it, right? And the additive inverse of 12 is minus 12. The difference is always larger number minus smaller number. So 7 minus of minus 12. So that is equal to 7 plus of 12. That is 19. That is our answer. Yes, A is our right answer. 19 is our right answer. Let's move ahead. If each edge of a cube is doubled. So let's say the edge of a cube is A. The surface area is 6a square. This is 6a square. When it is doubled, when it is 2a, the surface area will become 6 into 2a square, that is 6 into 4 into a square, that is 24a square. This is 4 times of 6a square. 6a square into 4 is 24a square. So yes, 4 times. B is the right answer. Let's move ahead. You have to find out the value of y, right? If x is 25, if x is 25, 3x will be equal to 75 degrees, 2y plus 25. So, and because it is a linear pair, so 2y plus 75 must be equal to 180 degree. 2y plus 5 plus 75, right? So 2y will be equal to what? 100 degree, and y will be equal to 50 degrees. Yes, D is the right answer. Let's move ahead. The complement of 77. So when we have to find the complement, we subtract it from 90. So 90 minus 77, what is this? 13 degree. Okay, let's move ahead. The value of this, minus 15 upon 45 divided by 7 upon 25. When it is in divide, we multiply it with the reciprocal, right? Minus 15 by 45 into 21 by 7, right? So this is 3 times, and this is also 3 times, and 3 cancel. So this will be minus 1. Minus 1 will be our answer. So C is our right answer. Let's move ahead. In the figure, AB is parallel to CD. So we have to find x and y. So guys, if this is 50, this is 50. This must also be 50 by which property? Alternate interior angles. So x is equal to 50 degrees. Okay. Now this 50 plus y must be equal to 127 degree. Again, by which property? By alternate interior angles property. So this complete will be equal to this complete. So y will be equal to 127 minus 50, that is 77 degrees. So x is 50, y is 77. X is 50, y is 77. So this is our correct answer. If one of the triangle is 90 degree, one angle of the triangle, then other two angles will be, so 90, if one of the angle is 90 degrees, so other two angles, let's say x and y, is equal to 180 degree. So guys, x plus y will be also equal to 90 degree. So these two angles will be acute because this will be smaller than 90 because no angle can be 0, right? So these will be acute angles, less than 90. If one angle of a triangle is equal to sum of the other two angles, we just saw in the previous question, like if this is x, okay, this is sum, this equal to the sum of the other two angles. Let's say this is y, one angle. So one angle will be 90 in any case, and the other two angles will be the sum of this, right? The sum of the other two angles will be equal to 90. So this would be a case, right? In any other case, it will not satisfy. So yes, it is a right angle triangle because it has one angle 90 degree. Yes, D is the right answer. A rectangular field of length 30 meter and breadth 20 meter consent. So this is such a field, okay, and we have a circle in between which is 7 units in radius, and this is 30, and this is 20, right? So we have to subtract the area of this from the complete bigger rectangle because you have to find excluding the area of the flower bed. So 30 into 20 is the outer area minus pi r square, 22 by 7 into 7 into 7, right? So this will be 600 minus 154. 600 minus 154 is 446 meter square, right? B is the right answer. Now k plus 5 is 9. K plus 5 is equal to 9. So k is equal to what? 4. So 2k plus 1 will be what? 8 plus 1, that is equal to 9. Let's look at it. Yes, D is the right answer. Let's move ahead. So we have to find the value of the expression. So from this, we can find it out. S into S minus 1 into S plus 1 plus 2S plus S square into S plus 1. Right, guys? So we can write it as S square minus 1, A plus B into A minus B. We are using the identity. This is 2S. And we can write it as S cube plus S square. So this is S cube minus S plus 2S plus S cube plus S square. So now we can check it out. S cube plus S cube. So this will become 2S cube. Minus S plus 2S. Minus S plus 2S. So what will that become? This will become plus S. And this is 1S square also. Now if we put S is equal to 3, this will become S cube is 27 into 2, 54 plus 3 plus 9. What is that equal to? 66. 66 is the right answer. 66 is the right answer. C is the right answer. Let's move ahead. So you have to evaluate this. So this is a bit tricky question. In this question, we have to first of all write this in form of 10 to the power, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can I write it as 2.5 into 10 to the power? Can I write it like this? Minus 5. Okay, and this 5 could be written as 5 into 10 to the power minus 3, right? Upon 390.625. Okay, if you want more, we can also write it as 250 into 10 to the power 7 minus 7 into 5 into 10 to the power minus 3 upon 390. Why I'm doing this, you'll just find it out. So 250 into 5 is 1250, right? 1250 into 10 to the power minus 10 and 390.625. So you just have to now check that 10 to the power minus 10, which will have 10 to the power minus 10. So A is only having 10 to the power 10 with her answer in 3.2, right? So just look at this. So 3.2, why? So this will anyhow cancel 1250 in more than 3 times, something 3.2 or 3.5, but this will not change. 10 to the power minus 10 will not change. So therefore the answer must be 10 to the power minus 10 at some end, right? So guys, that was all in the math section. Please continue for the aptitude section and please attend the workshop on the Monday. It is going to be there. Okay, we are having a workshop, so stay tuned for the aptitude section.
Hello everyone, welcome to GoPrep. Friends, my name is Ankit Sharma and I am your friend cum mentor for the mental ability test, the MAT. I hope that your GTSC went really well, and now let us straight away begin with the discussion of the question. So here was the first question which was there. Now guys, this is a question of analogy. Analogy means similarity, समानता. तो guys आप easily देख सकते हो, needle is used for the purpose of sieving. सिलने के लिए सुई का इस्तेमाल होता है. And hence pen is used for writing, and hence the right answer is option number C. Coming to the next question. Now the next question is of coding decoding. कहा जा रहा है that mention is written as LNEITNO. अगर मेंशन को इस प्रकार लिखा जाएगा, देन पैटर्न को किस तरह से लिखा जाएगा ये पूछा जा रहा है. एंड नाउ गाइस जस्ट फॉलो द पैटर्न एंड द पैटर्न इज क्वाइट एविडेंट. फर्स्ट लेटर में -1 हो रहा है, तो यहां पे हम फर्स्ट लेटर में -1 कर देंगे, यानी ओ आएगा. एंड हेंस ये दो तो अब आंसर हो ही नहीं सकते. अब गाइस दो लेटर्स का पोजीशन इंटरचेंज हो रहा है, एंड हेंस दो लेटर्स का पोजीशन जब इंटरचेंज हो जाएगा तो द आंसर टू द क्वेश्चन विल बी व्हाट? OTAETNR. OTAETNR, यानी द आंसर टू द क्वेश्चन इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी. क्लियर एवरीबॉडी? सो फर्स्ट लेटर से -1 हो रहा है एंड बाकी लेटर्स के पोजीशन आपस में इंटरचेंज हो जा रहे हैं दो के पेयर्स में. ठीक है? Is it very clear? Coming to the next question. Now guys, this is another very simple question. इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन में बस BODMAS रूल का ध्यान रखना पड़ता है. So guys, 52 is given to you. After 52 is 12. After 12 is 28. After 28, 52, 12 and 28 के बाद 7 and 15. Alright? And अब M का क्या मीनिंग है? M means subtraction. Then D का क्या मीनिंग है? D means multiplication. P का क्या मीनिंग है? P means division. And finally आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो कि T given है. T का क्या मीनिंग है? Addition. And now just follow the BODMAS rule. BODMAS rule को जब आप फॉलो करोगे So just you have to solve this. और जैसे इसको आप सॉल्व करोगे 7 4 जा 28. So guys, what you will be getting? 52 minus 48 plus 15. Alright, so 52 minus 4 into 12, that is 48 plus 15. और जब इसको आप सॉल्व करोगे you will be getting 19 guys, and 19 is the required answer. So 52 minus 48 is 4, and then adding 15 to it will be giving you 19, and which is the right answer. Hence the answer is 19. Alright everybody, इसको आप solve करके देख सकते हो, बहुत ही simple सा question है. Now guys, this is another very simple question. Again of analogy. How is 11 related to 132? Guys, 11 into the next number of 11, that is 12, is 132. So similarly, 15 into the next number of 15, that is 16. So 15 into 16 is 240, and that is the right answer guys. Option number C. Clear everyone? Now coming to the next one. अब guys, ये भी एक क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे गिवन है. अब मैंने डाइस के टॉपिक को कई बार कई लोगों को करते हुए देखा है, और उसी एक्सपीरियंस में ये कह पा रहा हूं कि ये जो टॉपिक है, जिन लोगों का ड्राइंग, इमेजिनेशन, विजुअलाइजेशन जितना अच्छा होगा, ये टॉपिक भी उतना ही अच्छा होगा. बट सारे स्टूडेंट्स एक जैसे नहीं होते, एंड हेंस मैं आपको एक शॉर्टकट बता रहा हूं, ध्यान से सुनिए. इफ 2 or more positions of the same dice are given and they have exactly one common face. पूरी बात सुनिएगा. If 2 or more positions of the same dice are given and they have exactly one common face, then we can find all the pair of opposite faces. For example, guys, आप figure x and y से देख लो. So guys, from figure x and y, from x and y, अगर आप x and y से देखोगे तो आपको दोनों में कॉमन क्या कुछ भी दिख रहा है? यस गाइस, द ट्रायंगल इज कॉमन इन द टू ऑफ देम. तो दोनों में कॉमन क्या है? ट्रायंगल. फाइन एवरीबॉडी, दोनों में कॉमन क्या है? ट्रायंगल. एंड गाइस, अब आपको सिंपली बस एक छोटा सा काम करना है, और वो ये है कि दोनों में जो कॉमन फिगर है ट्रायंगल, उससे स्टार्ट करो, एंड दोनों ही फिगर में क्लॉकवाइज चले जाओ या दोनों में एंटी क्लॉकवाइज जाओ, बट स्टार्ट कॉमन फिगर यानी ट्रायंगल से करोगे. तो ट्रायंगल के बाद क्लॉकवाइज में आएगा डॉट, एंड डॉट के बाद आएगा सर्कल. यहां पे ट्रायंगल के बाद आएगा क्रॉस, एंड क्रॉस के बाद शेडेड रेक्टेंगल. ऑलराइट, आप चाहो तो एंटी क्लॉकवाइज भी कर सकते हो, इट्स योर विश. और अब क्या होगा गाइज? अब ऑपोजिट कैसे निकालोगे? गाइज, दीज आर ऑपोजिट. इसका ऑपोजिट ये हो जाएगा, इसका ऑपोजिट ये हो जाएगा. ऑलराइट एवरीबॉडी, क्लियर है सभी को? तो ऑपोजिट हमने कैसे निकाला, ये क्लियर है. अब इसको एक और तरीके से भी आप देख सकते हो. इसको एक और तरीके से देखो गाइस. नाउ व्हाट इज द अदर वे ऑफ सॉल्विंग दिस? आप फिगर x एंड y ही नहीं, आप किसी भी और फिगर से इसको करके सॉल्व कर सकते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप चाहो तो फिगर x एंड z से भी देख सकते हो. सो गाइस, फ्रॉम x एंड z, फ्रॉम x एंड z, x एंड z में जब आप देखोगे तो कॉमन आपको क्या दिख रहा है? गाइस, x एंड z में आपको कॉमन दिख रहा है सर्कल. तो गाइस, अब दोनों में आप सर्कल से ही शुरू करोगे, कॉमन फिगर से ही शुरू करना है. एंड गाइस, अब सर्कल के बाद ट्रायंगल एंड देन डॉट, ट्रायंगल एंड देन डॉट. सर्कल के बाद एरो, एंड एरो के बाद क्रॉस. एंड अगेन देखो गाइस, अब क्या हो जाएगा? द सेम मेथड, ट्रायंगल के अपोजिट एरो, डॉट के अपोजिट क्रॉस. तो दोनों ही फिगर में डॉट का अपोजिट क्रॉस होगा, एंड हेंस द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन डी, क्रॉस. फाइन एवरीबॉडी, डॉट के अपोजिट क्रॉस, सर्कल के अपोजिट शेडेड रेक्टेंगल, एंड ट्रायंगल के अपोजिट एरो. ऑलराइट, this is a very easy shortcut to identify the answer easily विदाउट पेन एंड पेपर। आप चाहो तो इन दोनों ही फिगर में क्लॉकवाइज चले जाओ या दोनों में ही एंटी क्लॉकवाइज चले जाओ। यहां पे भी या तो दोनों में क्लॉकवाइज या दोनों में एंटी क्लॉकवाइज। ऐसा नहीं चलेगा कि एक में क्लॉकवाइज और एक में एंटी क्लॉकवाइज, दोनों ही फिगर में सेम मूवमेंट होना चाहिए, क्लॉकवाइज और एंटी क्लॉकवाइज। शर्त बस इतनी है कि कॉमन एलिमेंट से होना चाहिए। फॉर एग्जाम्पल जब मैंने एक्स एंड वाई से किया तो कॉमन एलिमेंट क्या था एक्स एंड वाई में? एक्स एंड वाई में कॉमन एलिमेंट था ट्राइंगल, इसलिए देखो मैंने ट्राइंगल से शुरुआत की। बट जब मैंने एक्स एंड जेड से किया तो उनमें कॉमन एलिमेंट था सर्कल, और देखो अब मैंने सर्कल से शुरुआत की। इज इट वेरी क्लियर नाउ? एंड नाउ लेट अस मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। नाउ गाइस दिस इज अनदर वेरी वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन। आपको डायरेक्शंस बिल्कुल पता होंगे। ऑलराइट, सो नॉर्थ, साउथ, ईस्ट, वेस्ट। नाउ जस्ट फॉलो द सेम, इसी को फॉलो करिए। ए इज साउथ ऑफ बी, so guys A is south of B and C is to the east of B. And now in what direction is A with respect to C? In what direction is A with respect to C? तो ये डायरेक्शन क्या होती है guys? ये डायरेक्शन होती है साउथ वेस्ट, and hence the answer to the question is southwest. Clear everyone? So the questions were really very easy. Now coming to the next question guys, ब्लड रिलेशन का एक बहुत ही सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है गाइस। क्वेश्चन ने क्या कहा? इंट्रोड्यूसिंग अ लेडी रोहन हु इज अ मेल सेड हर मदर इज द ओनली डॉटर ऑफ माय मदर इन लॉ। हाउ इज रोहन रिलेटेड विद द लेडी? गाइस ऐसे क्वेश्चंस को करने के कई तरीके हैं। एक तरीका आप ये क्वेश्चन खुद पे ले लो, मैं खुद पे लेके क्वेश्चन समझा देता हूं। सपोज माय नेम इज रोहन एंड आई एम अ मेल। सपोज माय नेम इज रोहन एंड आई एम अ मेल। सो मैं कह रहा हूं एक लेडी को पॉइंट आउट करके क्या कह रहा हूं? हर मदर इज द ओनली डॉटर ऑफ my mother-in-law. All right. So guys, क्वेश्चन को समझो। क्वेश्चन ने क्या कहा, इसको आप इस तरह से देखो। I am Rohan and Rohan is a male, and pointing to this lady I am telling that her mother is the only daughter guys, इकलौती बेटी, only daughter of my mother-in-law. So how is Rohan related with that lady? रोहन इज द फादर ऑफ दैट लेडी। गाइस आप यहां पे प्लस एंड माइनस साइन कुछ देख रहे होगे, तो गाइस ये साइन कन्वेंशन है। मेल हैव बीन रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय प्लस, फीमेल बाय माइनस एंड कपल्स बाय इक्वल्स टू। फाइन एवरीबडी, सो दीज आर प्योरली साइन कन्वेंशंस दैट आई हैव यूज्ड। तो गाइस मैं इस क्वेश्चन को एक बार और आप लोगों को बता दूं, अदरवाइज इसमें कुछ लोगों को कभी कभार प्रॉब्लम भी हो जाती है। सो नाउ लेट मी एक्सप्लेन इट वंस अगेन टू ऑल ऑफ यू गाइस। इंट्रोड्यूसिंग अ लेडी रोहन हु इज अ मेल। सो गाइस इंट्रोड्यूसिंग अ लेडी रोहन हु इज अ मेल सेड दैट, सपोज ये वो लेडी है, दिस इज दैट लेडी, और इसकी ओर इशारा करके रोहन कह रहा है दैट हर मदर is the only daughter of my mother-in-law. So guys, रोहन इस लेडी को इशारा करके कह रहा है कि हर मदर is the only daughter of my mother-in-law. How is Rohan related to the lady? Rohan is obviously the father of this lady, and hence the answer is option number A. Guys, दो चीजों का ध्यान रखना, क्वेश्चन में गिवन है रोहन इज अ मेल एंड ये भी गिवन है ओनली डॉटर, सो दिस इज द ओनली डॉटर, तो कुछ और आंसर होने की पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है, ठीक है। एंड नाउ गाइस कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। नाउ गाइस ये बहुत ही सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है, आपको बस यहां पे बताना है कि नेक्स्ट एलिमेंट क्या होगा। गाइस एक चीज आपको क्लियरली दिख रही होगी, इसका ठीक ऑपोजिट यहां पर है, ठीक रिवर्स FAG और इसका ठीक रिवर्स HAI यहां पर है। अब गाइस यहां पर आपको एक चीज क्लियरली दिख रही होगी और वो ये है दैट मिडिल लेटर इज एज इट इज, मिडिल लेटर इज एज इट इज, तो मिडिल लेटर भी एज इट इज होगा ए। बट गाइज यहाँ तो सारे ऑप्शन में आपको ए दिख रहा है, यहाँ पे सारे ऑप्शन में ए दिख रहा है। ऑलराइट, तो अब कुछ और सोचते हैं गाइज, कुछ और सोचते हैं और ये सोचेंगे कि फर्स्ट एलिमेंट देखो, एफ के बाद जी, ऑलराइट, जी के बाद एच, एच के बाद आई, एंड हेंस आई के बाद जे। तो आंसर तो वो होगा जिसकी शुरुआत जे एंड ए से होगी। ऑलराइट, बट गाइस अब दो दो ऑप्शन है, एक जे ए एंड के है और एक जे ए एंड आई है। अब क्या करें? तो गाइस अब क्या करें? वी हैव टू सेलेक्ट द बेस्ट ऑप्शन। गाइस एफ ए जी का कोई भी एलिमेंट और कहीं मौजूद नहीं है। तो गाइस अगर यहां पर एफ ए जी है तो इसका ऑपोजिट जी ए एफ है, और गाइस इनमें से कोई भी यहां रिपीट नहीं कर रहा है सिवाय ए। ए तो रिपीट सब में कर रहा है, बट आप ये समझिए जो मेन चीज जो यहां समझनी है वो ये है गाइस कि अगर यहां पर एफ जी है तो यहां भी जी एफ है, यहां पर एच आई है तो यहां भी आई एच है, बट यहां पर एच और आई थे। ऑलराइट, मिडिल एलिमेंट को छोड़ दीजिए, यहां पर एफ और जी थे। तो गाइज यहां का कोई भी एलिमेंट यहां नहीं आ रहा। ऑलराइट, यहां का कोई भी एलिमेंट यहां नहीं आ रहा, तो इसीलिए यहां का भी कोई एलिमेंट यहां नहीं दिखेगा, एंड हेंस जे ए आई को रिजेक्ट करके हम जे ए के को आंसर मार्क करेंगे। ऑलराइट एवरीबॉडी, क्लियर है? तो गाइज हमें तो बेस्ट आंसर चूज करना है ना। बेस्ट आंसर क्या हो सकता था, मैंने अभी जस्ट बताया। मैं अगेन एक बार इसको रिपीट कर दूं बिकॉज कुछ लोगों को यहां प्रॉब्लम होगी। गाइज अब मिडिल लेटर को भूल जाओ कि वो तो ए होगा ही होगा। अब आप बस इतना देखो कि f प्लस वन इज जी, जी प्लस वन इज एच, एच प्लस वन इज आई प्लस वन इज जे। तो जे तो होगा ही होगा, एंड हेंस ये दोनों ऑप्शन को हटा दो, एंड यहां पर ए भी होगा मिडिल लेटर। बट गाइस अब समझो यहां पर इनके अलावा एफ एंड जी हैं, यहां पर इनके अलावा एच एंड आई हैं। अब गाइस यहां पर एफ जी है, वो यहां रिपीट नहीं कर रहा, यहां पर एच आई है, ये यहां रिपीट नहीं कर रहा, तो यहां पे भी हम जे ए आई नहीं ले सकते क्योंकि रिपीट नहीं करना चाहिए। बेस्ट आंसर इज जे ए के, एंड दैट इज वाई जे ए के विल बी मार्क्ड, एंड दिस इज द मोस्ट अप्रोप्रिएट एंड सुटेबल आंसर। ऑलराइट एवरीबॉडी, ऑप्शन है जे ए के। नाउ गाइस द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। अब यहां पे क्या कहा जा रहा है? यहां पे कहा जा रहा है इन अ रो ऑफ 36 स्टूडेंट, सपोज ये लेफ्ट हैंड है और ये राइट हैंड है। So in a row of 36 students, A is 10th from the left, A is 10th from the left, and B is 10th from the right. Fine everybody? तो मैं रिपीट कर दूं, in a row of 36 students, A is 10th from the left and B is 10th from the right. तो बीच में कितने लोग होंगे गाइस? इनके बीच में कितने होंगे? Number of students between them will be total 36 students minus 10 यहां तक and 10 यहां तक। तो जैसे इसको माइनस करोगे आ जाएगा 16। सो गाइस बेसिकली 16 स्टूडेंट्स आर इन दिस एरिया एंड टोटल स्टूडेंट्स 36 गिवन है, टोटल स्टूडेंट्स 36 गिवन है, बट 16 स्टूडेंट्स आर इन दिस एरिया। अब गाइस अब आप इजिली यहां पर आप देख सकते हो, देखो 10 प्लस 10 20 प्लस 16 36 विल गिव यू द टोटल स्टूडेंट्स। और अब देखो क्या कहा जा रहा है, हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स आर देयर बिटवीन ए एंड सी इफ सी इज फिफ्थ टू द लेफ्ट ऑफ बी? सी इज 1 2 3 4 एंड फिफ्थ टू द लेफ्ट ऑफ बी। तो गाइज हाउ मेनी स्टूडेंट्स आर देयर बिटवीन ए एंड सी? नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स बिटवीन ए एंड सी होगा, टोटल स्टूडेंट्स इस बीच में कितने थे, इस रेंज में स्टूडेंट्स कितने थे गाइज? 16। तो अब बताओ 16 यहां थे और 1 2 3 4 एंड 5 यहां तक हैं। ऑलराइट, तो इस बीच में स्टूडेंट्स होंगे 16 माइनस 5 दैट इज 11 विच इज द रिक्वायर्ड आंसर। फाइन एवरीबॉडी, सो दिस वाज अ वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन और सभी लोगों ने इसको भी किया होगा। ये ऑर्डर एंड रैंकिंग एक टॉपिक है आपके सिलेबस में, वहां से आया हुआ सवाल है। क्लियर एवरीबॉडी? एंड नाउ कमिंग टू द लास्ट क्वेश्चन। गाइज इन अ सर्टेन लैंग्वेज nose is ear. Guys, nose is ear, that's it. Ear is eye, that's it. Eye is skin, that's it. Skin is called tongue, that's it. And tongue is called cheek, that's it. Alright? A person wants to watch cricket World Cup. Which organ will he use to watch? Guys, आप watch कैसे करोगे? From which organ you see? You see through ears, or eyes, or nose, or skin, or tongue, or cheek. What? It is a simple question. So guys, obviously you watch anything through your eyes. But eyes, according to them, has been coded as skin, and the final answer will be skin. Alright everybody? And hence, the right answer is option B. अब यहाँ कुछ लोग गलती क्या करते हैं मैं वो भी बता दूं. नोज को ईयर लिखा गया है, ईयर को आईज, आईज को स्किन, स्किन को टंग एंड टंग को चीक. तो कुछ भी सवाल हो, ऑलराइट, विच ऑर्गन इज यूज टू स्मेल? तो नोज को ईयर लिखा गया है, ईयर को आई, आई को स्किन, स्किन को टंग, टंग को चीक. तो फाइनली सबका आंसर चीक कर देंगे. विच ऑर्गन इज यूज टू हियर? तो ईयर्स, ईयर्स को आई, आई को स्किन, स्किन को टंग, टंग को चीक, फिर भी चीक कर देंगे. विच ऑर्गन इज यूज टू टेस्ट? तो गाइज टंग, टंग को चीक, उसको भी चीक कर देंगे. गाइज ये गलत तरीका है, ये कंटिन्यूएशन में नहीं है कि नोज इज कॉल्ड ईयर एंड सो ऑन, इस तरह से कंटिन्यूएशन में चला जा रहा है. नो, नोज इज कॉल्ड ईयर, कॉमा, ईयर इज कॉल्ड आई, कॉमा, आई इज कॉल्ड स्किन, कॉमा, स्किन इज कॉल्ड टंग, कॉमा, एंड टंग इज कॉल्ड चीक, फुल स्टॉप. सो अ पर्सन वांट्स टू वॉच cricket World Cup. Which organ will he use to watch? Obviously, eyes are used to watch anything, and eye, according to their language, is written as skin. Hence, the answer will be skin. If I would have been written as apple, answer would have been apple. If I would have been written as GTSC, alright, then the answer would have been GTSC. Fine, everyone? And with this, we come to an end of the session. And guys, do not forget to attend the workshop on Monday positively. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. See you.